I have a question.
Thank you.
I have two questions. The first one, you said that in order for you to lead, you actually have to go there first. But before that, you said what you had to feel was compassion, right? There are going to be people in the project that will never be able to go. Faculty that work with the students that will never be able to go. But I've never gone, but I have a deep compassion. So what is it? I mean, maybe in leadership you need compassion, but to go there. But what I'm wondering is,
how do we bring it to the people?
How would you envision striking compassion in the hearts of people that have never been there? I mean, I think we're very successful at it, but they may not be able to go. A leader may get in, there may be a student that's a leader of a company that because of resources or constraints, they may not be able to go. So how?
I think there's a role of kind of mediation at times. It's true. Many people cannot go there. But many people who know you or me, knowing that I work in that situation, and they trust that compassion that can be transferred. So we have to be the mediator, and from person to person, linking people. And when I was a young man in mission in Africa, of course I communicated also these things, my experience in Africa, in the parish, at home, in the village, and people trusted that touched. I mean, when I talk about refugees, that's a bit, linking person to person. I would. That's one of the aspects how to link together. I had another thought now. Of course, the modern means allow more and more to get closer. What was formerly just a letter, now you can even Skype talk with a person. You read the story, and that also is a form of getting the compassion. Or you have not been in that situation, but you know a similar situation somewhere else. Then you understand. But also what is very important, to have the experience of pain and suffering in your own life. If you have a bit of that, also failure, and you reflect honestly about that, it makes you more sympathetic to other people. One international director, after his time, he said, if I would recruit now people for GRS, I would ask them, after all psychological tests and all kind of CV, I would ask them, have you ever had a breakdown in your life? Have you ever had failure in your life? That's the experience of a refugee. Life is totally interrupted. They cannot, the plans are interrupted, all. And things are, even the social stuff is often broken up. If you have had a little bit of that in your own life, you understand better. So, reflecting on our own, even if it's not a tragic pain or problems in life, be honest about it, opens our heart to have also sympathy with the fragility or the outside cost, kind of fragility, interruption in the lives of other people like refugees.
Excellent. The other piece, I'm going to build on that piece, is that you just talked about the kind of person that the other director said they would want. What are the kind of traits you look for in people that will work with the refugees?
Yeah, I look for people who have had the same experience. We know even now by experience to put some people in leadership, in higher leadership, who have never worked, never got the love for the refugees. It's not always the best. So in a way, and that's also what the previous regional director said, it has to be always someone in this position here who has worked in the field. Start somewhere in the field, know what it means, and have that kind of the love for the people, for the cause. And that's a criteria you cannot replace it. It also says in the constitutions about choosing the new superior general of the Society of Jesus, it says, okay, as a man has all these qualities, this quality, this quality, this quality, this quality. But he might not have all these qualities, but as long as he has love for the society, it says that the love is the criteria again. Then he is suitable. There are many talented people, but if they don't have the love, I will not take them. And I observe my regional directors. I see, if somebody is a bit too fast, walking away and not spending the time with the people, I get a bit nervous about that. Does he really like that work, or is it just a manager, or think writing on the quickly emails and fast communication? And I sense that if there's less compassion in it, only many emails, communications, they become empty. And even the collaborators work at the others that react, don't read them anymore. By experience I can say that. And if somebody is happy with the refugees, he might not have all other qualities, might not be the accountant, might not be that and that, but this is vital. And then it drives the organization. This is something which is a bit different from other social work. When we have just a research institute, like we have one place that, honestly, sometimes they say they could also count potatoes. They've never seen a refugee there, not even really interested in reality. It's not a Jesuit research institute, yeah, they do very excellent academic work, but it's not. And in a way, they need our man there who brings in the other reality. But it's just